taking on the New Orleans Saints.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Fields to commit there for a Chicago first.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Going quickly out wide to Moore.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
This is Homer. Dances by him. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Fields.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
On play action, Fields.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Fields now to throw. That's complete to Mooney. Touchdown Bears! Darnell Mooney.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Saints at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
637.
Now a play fake. Carr.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Play action. It's Fields.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. Down to the 10.
And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
93.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
To throw, it's Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
You look at this Bears defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
694.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Jones on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Hey, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They'll run this with Homer. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here we go.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Homer.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, hey, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Here we go.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Pass complete. Now race for the marker. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now the point after try for Santos. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. There's a nice move. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And here's Kamara on the read option. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. Now Carr. Now this one taken in by Olave. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
3rd and 5.
6-18. Hey, later, 2. What's up?
Now Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Easy.
Going on the ground with Homer. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Off play action, Fields. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
You're mine. Express. 734.
On 1st down, Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Later 1. Hey, 734. 637.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, as the first half is winding down.
And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Throwing his car on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Carr now on 1st down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 75. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And that is incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Fielded just inside the 30. There he goes, left side.
And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up nicely with what looks to be a 1st and goal right around the 10-yard line. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. Carr. This is caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Gould with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here we go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Angel. Hey.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Now Fields.
Looking downfield for Jones.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now. 180. 180. We're good. 694.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Olave motioning to the left.
Carr now to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Express. Raider 1. Raider 1.
Carr going to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What now?
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Now Carr. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Hey, Raider 2. You're mine. What's up?
Here's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go with Kamara. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. And quickly they get to the line.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
Carr now on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
Kill. Get set. 93. What's up?
Carr again here on 2nd and 10.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
29. Express.
To throw, it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Moore.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
On play action, Fields
fighting through pressure. His throw incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
That is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
93.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Express. Later, 9. Get down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
What now?
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Carr. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return is Jones. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Here we go, son.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Looking deep here for Mooney. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And talk about built to run the football, whether you're calling it on design running plays or him breaking out into the open field after trying to pass the football. Justin Fields knows where the end zone is. 8 rushing touchdowns last season. Only Jalen Hurts had more.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing now is Carr.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Express. Raider 1. Raider 1. 6-18.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. To throw his Carr.
Completes it to Perry.
And some room to roam now. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
What now? 7:34. Hey, 7:34.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Express. Express.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Carr now to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, a lot of happy faces